What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and we have some brand new heroes in Gemstone Legends, including this brand new legendary PERUN. So of course, I'm going to cover him today, and then I'm going to try for some summons. But first, download Gemstone Legends, a mobile RPG puzzle match game. Use the link in the description to start with free stuff, including a bonus hero. Alright, so as you can see, PERUN is a member of the Slavs faction, and let's take a look at the stats real quick, although I'm only going to highlight the things that really stand out to me here, but the HP looks really good. The attack is very high, so that's very promising, especially when we get to the special and take a look at that. But speed is pretty normal, and so is mana gain. Actually, the mana gain's a little bit on the slower side, but the nice thing about it is that if you put on 4 pieces of the mana equipment, you can get it up to 20, which is going to allow you to set him off with 5 tiles instead of 6. So do take note of that. He is an attack leader everywhere. Increases the attack of all allies by 32% in all game modes, and that's important when you consider the special. So he already has a high attack, and as a leader would give higher attack. 100% chance to inflict stun on all enemies for 1 turn. 100% chance to inflict burn on all enemies for 3 turns. Deals damage to all enemies, 230% of attack, and ignores 20% of defense. Alright, let's go through this piece by piece. The stun on all enemies for 1 turn is really, really good. I like to see that on a hero, because if the opponent is not playing the game, you are probably winning the game, and this hero makes that happen. Now, of course, you also have to deal damage in the meantime, and the next 2 parts of the special do that. So inflicting burn really does do a lot of damage over several turns, and I think 3 turns is cool, because usually by 3 turns you're able to set them off again and keep doing the burn damage. But that 230% of attack ignoring 20% of defense, we know that's a good effect. Now, whenever a hero is dealing attack damage, I actually don't think that's quite as good as when they're dealing like defense and HP damage, which, you know, seems strange. But when you level up the attack stat with equipment and things like that, you're ignoring the longevity parts of the defense and the HP. So naturally, a hero that's dealing at health or defense damage is also a strong hero. If you're going to level up this attack, it means he's going to be a glass cannon. Deals tons of damage, but be a little fragile, so take note of that. You may need to make up for it in other ways. Let's take a look at the passive part of the special. Damage is increased by 6% for every status affecting an enemy. As you can tell, he puts statuses on enemies, and if you pair him up with other heroes that do the same, well, he's going to deal a lot more damage. Accuracy increased by 40% when an enemy he attacks has more than 50% HP. Damage is increased by 40% when an enemy he attacks has less than 50% HP, and immune to decreased attack, decreased critical damage, and color blindness. Mana gain is increased by 1. So take note of that mana gain increase by 1. That is, of course, when you have him all leveled up here. That means that you would only need 2 pieces of the mana equipment, but that's after you get the special all leveled up to the top. So I really like the looks of this hero. He's going to deal a lot of damage while preventing the opponent from playing. I think that's super cool, especially on an area of effect type of damage team. He's going to fit in really well. I'm excited about him. So I'm going to do about half of the scrolls that I have to try and summon for him. So let's go to about 45 scrolls or so, gold scrolls. And of course, I'm going to skip through the rare heroes. We've seen them plenty of times on my videos before. Alright, we got our first one here. That is an epic. And it is Selena. I actually don't know what she does. So she's a speed leader. Increases the speed of all allies in guild-related battles by 17. 100% chance to inflict snare on a single enemy for 4 turns twice. And 100% chance to inflict status block on a single enemy for 3 turns. Restores 10 mana to herself at the start of her turn for every dead yellow enemy. Speed is increased by 15 for every dead yellow enemy. Immune to decreased speed, and accuracy is increased by 30% if there's a living clause or Mrs. Clause on her team. Now, I think this is more of an offensive than a defensive hero, just a heads up on that, but that's cool. I like that. You can really take advantage of her strength against yellow. Stack purples with her. And of course, if you have the clauses, there's synergies there too. Alright, we just got Might or Mide. Increase the attack of all allies in the arena by 32%. Deals damage to a single enemy, 258% of attack, and gains increased attack for 3 turns. The passive is, at the start of her turn, she has 75% chance to deal damage, 258% of attack to a single enemy, and gains 20% mana when she kills an enemy with her special ability. Look at that at the bottom. It's starting to keep track of when I'm going to get a legendary hero. If I don't get one in the next 203 summons, I'm going to get one automatically, which is really interesting. Oh, actually, it's counting up. So it's less than 50 summons I'm going to get a legendary. Alright, so we got Finbor. I've covered Finbor before, so we're going to keep going. It looks like we have about 41 summons until we get a legendary. How many? Looks like I have, what, 60 scrolls left? Maybe we'll just go until we get that legendary. What do you say? I'm just going to go until we get the legendary. I think that's the way to do it. Everybody wants to see the legendary, right? Let's see if we make it all the way to the 250 before we get the legendary. So if you spend 250 gold scrolls and don't get a legendary, you automatically get one. All right, let me clear my storage out. All right, continuing on. That counter at the bottom is helpful. It's nice to know that you have a legendary coming. Alright, Borte. So Borte increases the attack of all yellow allies by 38%. Deals damage to all enemies, 162% of attack and 100% chance to inflict decreased defense on all enemies for 3 turns. That's a cool ability. I think that's a really good new epic that we have here. And then gains increased accuracy for a number of turns equal to the number of enemies affected by decreased defense status when using her special ability. Accuracy increased by 8% for each living ally. I like that epic hero, and I'm really glad to have her. So do you guys think I'll get the legendary before we hit 250, or are we gonna have to wait till 250? Alright, so this one's an epic one, so not yet. Not yet. Alright, Alton. Wind Blast deals damage to all enemies, 134% of attack, gains recovery for 1 turn, and 100% chance to inflict Board Gesture on all enemies for 3 turns. Now, that's another really cool effect because, again, it's keeping your opponent from playing, and the more you play and your opponent doesn't, the more likely you are to win. And the passive is 100% chance to inflict vulnerability on all enemies for 3 turns, if at 100% HP when using her special ability. Accuracy increased by 25%. Now that's really cool. I love the fact that It's stopping the opponent from being able to play, but also inflicting them with vulnerability. So when you pair it with another damage dealer who does area of effect damage, physical damage, it's going to do a lot of damage. Now, she does have to be 100% HP, so, it's not going to be useful all the time, obviously. So you do have to kind of like protect her, heal her, whatever it takes, prevent her from getting hit, that kind of thing. All right, what do we got? Another epic. And this one is Slog. So not a new one. I'm not going to cover her. We've covered her before. We're going to continue on. Got about 18 gold scrolls left before we get a legendary. Uh-oh, screen's freezing. We got another epic, and this one is Togeni. We're getting a lot of the brand new epic heroes, actually, so that's kind of cool. So this is an HP leader, increases the HP of all allies in guild-related battles by 38%, so you might be able to use her in war, potentially. Deals damage to all enemies, 177% of attack, and then the passive deals 7% more damage for each negative status affecting an enemy. It deals 20% more damage if the target had less HP than she does. All right, we got like 3 left until we get the legendary. All right, legendary guaranteed. Here we go. What do you guys think we're gonna get? Drum roll, please. And it is... Ooh, who's this? Egast. Oh my gosh, Egast. It's been a while since I've seen Egast. Quite honestly, you know, I remember summoning for him whenever he first came out. Very cool, very unique hero. Increases the attack of all allies in guild-related battles by 38%. Deals damage to a single enemy, 285% of attack, and ignores 20% of defense. So there is that effect that I was just talking about. It deals a lot of damage, but because you're probably going to be increasing the attack, you do have to take note that the survivability of this hero might not be quite as high. All right, what is going on with the passive ability here? Do you see this? That is a bug. Oh my gosh. I can't even read this. Chance to inflict burn for... Nope, I can't read that because it is totally bugged. Let's see if I can look at it a different way. Maybe out of my... Oh my gosh. What is wrong with Egast? Alright, so Egast is... He's a legendary mage. Let's go to the lexicon and see if that's any better. Oh my gosh, look at all this. Okay. Egast. Well, Gemstone Legends, take note. Right now, Egast's passive is, at least the description is bugged. So I can't read it off to anyone right now. But, of course, y'all can check online if you want to see what that particular one is. All right, well, that's all for today. I did get a legendary hero, Egast. I'm happy with it. I didn't have him yet, so I am thrilled. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you did summons for this, if you enjoy the legendary hero they just released, who I think is going to be really, really good, make sure to leave a comment about what you earned, if you got it, if you leveled him up and took him for a spin. Tell me how he tests. And if you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you know when I drop new videos or go live, and I will catch you in the next one.